Yo, what it do, what it is, what it ain't. It's your boy T. And you with the Get Right podcast, man. We back at it once again. I got the two homies with me. I'm gonna let them bring themselves in, man. You know the brain trust, man. Rod, man. What's good?
What up, though?
Always short, sweet, straight to the point. The beer in his hand, Mr. Misconception, DC. What's good, bruh?
It's your boy DC in the place to be. You know who it is. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know me.
We're gonna try not to piss nobody off today, ladies and gentlemen.
No
But
promises over here. No promises.
so another interesting weekend, man. We had the billboards. We had Kendrick Lamar drop on Friday the 13th. Um, some wild events, man, and a bit sad events over the weekend as well. And we also had some shining moments, amongst our circle. I know we got a proud dad. We all proud fathers, but we got a proud dad who had a pretty dope weekend, ride with the young bull.
For
Man,
sure.
what
Young bull.
tell us what happened. What the
Uh,
young
you,
bull pull off?
Dollar Sign. They got that flag football championship on Saturday, man.
The chip.
And yeah, man, that was exciting. It was an intense game. Not gonna lie, I'm always intense in these games, but it was extra intense because we just played this team 2 weeks ago. Was kind of missing our best players, and we lost by two. So to come back and win in the fashion in which we did, man, it was a sweet, proud moment. 30-6 was the final score, man, and we took that thing home.
Yikes.
Yeah, yeah,
For
man.
sure.
Yeah, so it was great, man. It almost got rained out, so I was nervous about that, but you know, God makes things happen for a reason, and He made that game happen. So we
That's
were we
right.
were able to enjoy and bask, and then now next week we off to celebrate the other kids. So we'll be turning it up this weekend also.
Yes, sir. Can't wait because it's a back to back affair with my daughter, your youngest, pretty much birthday twins,
Hmm.
in a sense, man. And so it's definitely gonna be a fun weekend, man. And then speaking of weekends, um, as men, it's always good to parlay, sync up. We finally had the chance to finally, not outside the podcast and we always talk on the text chain, phone calls, all that good stuff, man. We finally had the chance to just sit down, throw a few drinks back, talk about life, talk about everything, and that was a dope weekend too, man. So that was part of the weekend, man, that made it dope, man, just for all of us to really sit down and talk, um, as men and encourage one another, man. So that was definitely dope, man. And another great highlight that we hit on, Kendrick Lamar, man, dropped on Scary Friday. And
Yeah.
it's mixed reviews out here, man, with what's going on. But my
It-
my first take on it, bro, that's art, pure art. It is pure art, and everyone can say, yeah, all music is art, see. But this is something that you should definitely appreciate, man, because my opinion, he knows how to just tell different stories and reach the masses. Even if you don't want it, if you may not like the guy, but you can't deny this man's talent.
Who dislikes Kendrick Lamar though?
It's a lot, bro.
I
yeah,
mean,
there's
I
a
mean,
lot.
like you might not be a fan of his music, but who just says I don't like Kendrick Lamar? Like I ain't never heard that one. If they are, they might be terrorists. You know,
In the words of 21 Savage, a lot.
yeah, that's crazy, bro. Like,
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't think I've heard anyone personally attack him. Like I don't rock with him, but yeah, there's definitely a lot that don't rock with his music for sure.
yeah. And I can see that honestly, like, because unpopular opinion, I didn't really rock with To Pimp a Butterfly like that, and I know that it was critically acclaimed and this, that, and the third. But it didn't really move me like that, man. It has some songs, mind you, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I could have done without it.
That hurts me because
Yeah.
I think it's such a great body of work, man. And you've been promoting Future, bro, and you don't like Butterfly, bro. That's interesting.
Man,
Like,
listen, I'm a multifaceted guy. You know what I'm saying? Like Nas is for what it's worth. Nas is my favorite rapper of all time. Lyrical giant. It's touched on all subjects, but also I rocks with Future, bro. I'm
Yeah.
all of
He
those.
want
You know what I'm
lyrics and
saying?
he want mumbling.
Yeah,
He
bro.
want,
Yeah,
he want
yeah.
it all.
You want the vibes, man. You want the vibes, bro. Like, and Future brings it, man. And Future brings that energy. Um, and honestly, I understand what Future says. Maybe it's because I've been in the South. You know, I know
I
what
mean,
he's
I
talking
understand what
about.
he said too, but it's not much. It's not.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing.
It's not
Mumble.
captivating in a lyrical sense. It's
M-
just captivating
My
in like a street sense.
my guy sound like
Like Tupac.
the
Tupac ain't
dude
lyrical.
from
No,
Tupac's
he's
not lyrical. Come on,
he's
bro.
not in the same lane as Future, bro.
Well, I didn't
Don't.
say he's in the same lane. I
Oh,
just said
okay.
he's not lyrical. So what I'm saying is like basically you don't have to be lyrical to be great because one of the greatest of all time, there is no way that somebody could say that man is lyrical.
Yeah, we're
You know
gonna
what I'm
put that
saying?
question out, man. Greatest trap artist ever, and I'm gonna put that question out, man. Once this episode drop, man, because
I
I
would
need to
say
know.
I would say
It ain't Future.
It's
nah,
definitely Future.
I would say Future, to be honest with
Easily.
you.
I
I
want to hear
don't
what
rock
it. We gonna talk. We gonna hear what the streets gotta say.
I don't rock with Future like that, but if you're gonna put it in a category, he's definitely the top. Like, yeah, he definitely run trap music.
Bruh. Thank you, Double R. That's what I'm talking about.
He called him Double R, bro.
Yeah, man. Bro, he is, bro. Like I know we kind of talked about this offline. Ti, Jeezy, and definitely those are I would say the forefathers of trap. But usually the forefathers of
They on
anything is,
Trap Rushmore, bro, all
but
day.
usually the forefathers of anything is not going to be the best. You know what I'm saying? Like the forefathers of basketball are not the best basketball players. You know what I'm saying? The people who was playing in the 60s, they ain't messing with Jordan, bro. Like if you took Jordan and transported him to the 60s, he would destroy everybody. You know what I'm
He
saying?
may
So
not be
like,
allowed to play.
right. Right. You say, but yeah, he's like, it's unfair advantage, bro. You can't play. It'd be an unfair advantage, you know what I'm saying? So like that's what I mean. Like, no disrespect.
By law, he might not be able to play.
Bill Russell played. What you mean?
Oh yeah, 60s. Well, 50s. Yeah, 50s though. It might have been
Yeah, but
he may not be able to play by law.
no, but like that's what I look at it. Like, T.I., GZ, the forefathers, they started it, but Future, specifically Future, man, he took it to the next level, man. He's Jordan, bro. And he's been consistent. You know what I'm saying? He's been consistent for over 10 years. And man, you can't sleep on that, bro. He still he like LeBron out here, dog. He still got it.
Oh man.
No,
Still got it, bro. Of
no,
trap, of
no.
trap. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He's the LeBron of trap. If not Jordan, I don't know who else it could be, bro.
Just don't try to sell Future to anybody else with that line you tried to
Yeah.
sell us with.
Who else could it be then? If
I
I'm
don't
wrong,
know.
who else?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I
I want
agree
to hear
with
what
you,
other
bro.
people think about.
Yeah,
I
I
do want to
agree
hear other
with you.
people's thoughts, man, because everybody got their opinion, man. I want to hear what they think.
So
So
what
we'll
you
that.
think though, T?
I told you it's Ti.
I don't really, and see, that's a different type of trap sound. Like it's evolved to a different sound. Like I like sonically, I would rather listen to Ti than Future. But i-
Absolutely.
if you talking like king of trap music, like true trap, like that's I gotta give it to Future because he's been running the trap game for quite some time. He's got a
And,
long, yeah.
and I would
Oh,
argue he's more consistent than T.I.
Stop it.
What's the last? What's the
You ain't
last?
talk
Though.
hit
What's
for
the
hit,
what's?
hit for hit, hit for hit. Don't do that.
Oh, he's definitely got more hits than T.I., bro.
Oh,
That's not even
bro,
close.
you're crazy, bro.
Yo,
That's crazy talk right
Google's
now, bro.
Google's your
Hit
friend,
for
sir.
hit, bro.
Google's your
Bro, he
friend,
not
sir.
messing with Clifford Harris.
Google is your friend, sir. That's
I
all I can
Google
say,
everybody friend, bro.
bro.
But he
Google is
ain't
your
messing
friend.
with Ti, bro.
If they
That's
did,
crazy.
if they did a versus, Future is winning, bro. I'm not saying it's a blowout. I'm not saying he's just gonna wash Ti. I'm not gonna disrespect Ti, but he's taking that W, bro.
And we want to talk about music, man. Not you doing a stand-up comedy sketch right now, bro. Because there's no way Future's beating Ti in a versus, dog.
Absolutely, bro. Because think about this though. Think about
That's
albums
crazy.
and think about all the features that Future has been on. Remember,
Oh,
remember, hold up. Remember, Future was on the Black Panther soundtrack, bro.
sounds great, bro.
That
It
was
wasn't, and
terrible.
it was
That was a
terrible.
terrible, bro.
And I'm
That
glad
was
you brought that up. And
that
you
was a
knew it was
terrible
terrible
line.
too.
The song
Because
was
you
a
even
hit.
text me it was terrible.
The song was a hit.
Because
What
of
do you
the
mean?
other artists, bro. John Sally got more championship rings sitting on the bench with the Chicago Bulls. Does it make
So
him a
Future
great?
was on the
Does it make
bench.
him a great player? No.
Future
Yes.
was on the bench.
Yes.
Come
On
on,
that,
bro.
on that song, absolutely, bro.
Bro, you gotta be
Guess what?
kidding me,
So
dog.
you trying to tell me if that verse wasn't on the song, that song wouldn't have been good?
Nah, man, it needs Future, bro.
How you couldn't even say that with a straight
It does.
face?
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. No, because it got people talking. It did. It
Yeah, had
got
people
people
saying, I can't
talking.
believe he said that. He did that on that song. I
And they
can't
still
believe
listen
Kendrick
to it.
let that shit slide.
And but they listened to it. It was a
No, I
hit.
don't listen to that song because of it.
It was a hit. Whether you listen to it or not is
Bro,
irrelevant.
he's
What is relevant is it did
so
numbers.
now we got two polls.
They
I'm
did a
definitely-
video
I'm
for it.
definitely putting 2 polls up, bro, with that
Hey,
one, bro.
Bro,
check.
you don't put out videos for trash, bro. Why would you? If you got the whole Black Panther soundtrack, why make that a video?
Bro, you can put out
Unless
music
it
for
was
trash.
jamming.
You can
Unless
put
it
out
was
music.
jamming.
Wait, time out. Because you could put out music for trash and still get a lot of spins because everybody wants to laugh at that.
Name
And
another
here's
song.
an example.
Name a song. Name a
Oh,
song
okay.
like that. That
Rod,
shit ain't never
I'm
happened.
taking it to the hood, bro. It's so cold in the D,
Trash.
right?
Yeah.
That thing got like 4 million spins on YouTube, bro. They
I
got
have no idea
paid,
what you're
bro.
talking about.
Okay, you going
Let's talk
It's
about
terrible.
a song.
It's
Let's talk about a
terrible,
song
bro.
on a national level, bro. Not some
It made
regional in the
national
hood.
level, man. Shit was on Breakfast Club. They talking about it, bro.
Bro, I ain't never heard. This is recent,
No,
Nah.
this is years ago.
bro.
But I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
yeah.
it was that
We don't.
trash. It made notoriety.
We
bro.
don't ever have to talk about that song in my life right now.
So what you trying to say is that song that Future was on, people was just laughing at it. Everybody. Come on, bro.
Majority
Stop
of
the
the
cap.
people, yes.
Stop the cap. That's big cap. Put out the poll, sir. Put out
I'm
the
putting out a
poll.
poll, bro. I'm putting out
And I'm
a
talking
poll
about the
this week,
song. We already know the la di da di da was kind of crazy. I'm talking about the song.
bro. I'm gonna put out that, but I'm also putting out that trap to him versus Ti. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You know what? Do that because I'm gonna comment with the song because I know a lot of people is probably initially gonna say Ti, and I
Of
understand
course.
why. And I understand why because he is lyrically
king,
speaking, he is better, absolutely.
Mhm.
But when you add
Song
up
for
the
song,
songs-
he's better, bro.
when you add up the songs hit for hit, nah, bro, he's taking that L.
That's
He's
crazy.
taking that L, bro, for sure.
That's crazy, dog.
Oh yeah, easy, bro. Bro, you know how many mixtapes? Come on, dog. I don't think y'all know how much music Future actually put out, bro. I don't think y'all realize how many songs he didn't did.
And we just
How
gonna
many,
discredit this guy.
Bugatti,
T.I., bro.
bro. He made Bugatti with Ace Hood, and
That's
nobody
great.
knows. But nobody knows any Ace Hood verses. They only know the hook. Don't nobody know what Ace Hood was talking about
So,
because it was Future, bro.
but everybody gonna remember what T.I. talking about, though.
That's facts.
Okay.
That's facts.
So now
But
I have
But
that.
if
So
we're
you're
talking
making
hit
my
for hit,
point
but
that
if we're
things are
talking hit
more
for hit, that's what
and
verses
hit
is,
for
right?
hit for hit. They're gonna remember the beats and the lyrics.
Nah,
What?
bro. People,
Why not?
People,
Why not?
remember,
Why not?
people remember
Why not, bro?
hooks. Why do you think it's called hook, T? Because it hooks
Okay.
people in.
And
That's why.
And T.I. ain't got those.
Not like Future, bro.
Oh,
Who
man,
calls
that's
Ti for a hook? Who says,
It
"Oh man,
doesn't
you know
matter,
what?
bro.
This would be great
People
if I got
still
Ti
gonna
on the
remember
hook."
his hooks,
That don't
bro.
happen.
People are still gonna remember this man hooks, bro. Come on, bro.
I'm not saying
Bro.
they're not gonna
Rod,
remember.
where you
I'm
staying
saying,
with this,
I'm
bro?
saying Future's taking the W.
So on the verses, bro,
I
Ti versus Future, bro. Where you stand with this?
I told y'all last week, bro. That ain't my lane. But
That's
Nah,
right.
bro, we ain't let you off the hook. We can't let you off the hook, bro.
I'll let Rod off the hook because I know Rod's musical taste.
Yeah, but he gonna say
So-
Ti, bro.
yeah, I just said I sonically like Ti better. Like I've been rocking with Ti for a long time, but I don't know if I know
You
he
act like
started.
Ti ain't got memorable hooks. That's crazy.
I don't know about that. I wouldn't. I can't think of anything that I would call Ti for a hook for.
Right.
It
And
doesn't
let's be
matter
clear.
though.
Let's be
With
clear,
all
bro.
his stuff that he
Don't
does the
twist-
hooks on, you know that shit, bro.
But don't twist what I'm saying. I'm not saying he can't make a hook. I'm not saying his hooks are not memorable. We're comparing to Future, bro.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is,
Yes.
as a hook man, Future is unquestionably a better hook man
Mhm.
than Ti. And hooks
Cool.
make
Great.
songs.
Great.
Hooks make songs. That's why they're called hooks. They hook people in.
I,
Great. He's a
Technically, it's
better
called the chorus.
he's a better
Technically,
dunker.
it's called the chorus, sir.
I know.
But in
So
layman's
so
terms, it's the
cool.
hook.
He's
Why?
great. He's great.
biasly, I like Ti, but in a versus setting, I think Future would give anybody a run for their money. Not gonna say they're gonna win or he gonna win, but
Exactly. He'll
I,
give him a run. I ain't saying
I
Ti finna wash him. I'm not saying that.
it's
But
gonna be
he's not gonna win,
but it's
bro.
gonna be very subjective. Like I don't even watch verses anymore, so I can't even comment. But because after that whole Dipset thing, I couldn't take verses no more. But
Shout out the locks.
that was very
Yeah,
Shout out the
disappointing.
unfortunately, man.
locks.
That was very disappointing. But
Kiss was
um,
disrespectful.
I've learned that like verses is not really uh like a clear cut like the person you think that's going to win. So
Facts.
like yeah, sonically I'm biased towards Ti, but I'm not going to not Future because I know he has a huge following, and the type of songs he make is a more up tempo hype, get the crowd going. So if it's live, I can see Future taking it in a live setting
No way,
versus
bro.
Tip.
Ti turns up too.
I get that, but I'm saying like I've been to Atlanta where they played Future, where I was sitting around like, why are y'all bobbing to this? And they were going crazy. And at the same time, I've heard a few Ti tracks, and yeah, they go crazy, but it's a different type of crazy when they hear Future. So that's what I'm saying. Like we don't rock with them like that, but there is a huge following that does, bro. And I can't knock that. So it would be tough to call, to be honest with you. Like me personally, I would say I would personally like Tip, but in the verses, that would be hard to call.
That's facts. And consider this. And this is not me saying it. This is a general consensus, bro. In Atlanta, Future is bigger than Jay-Z.
That is
In
true.
Atlanta,
Yeah.
in Atlanta, Future will boo boo all over Jay-Z. Now, I'm not saying I prefer Future over Jay-Z. That's not what I'm saying. I'm
For
just
sure.
I'm just piggybacking off of what Rod's saying as far as the following. Like, bro, turn on the lights, stick talk, Jumpman. How many songs do he have with Drake? Come on, bro. Stop
Yeah,
it.
the whole album.
Thank you, Aubrey Graham, because Aubrey Graham did that.
Stop. Stop.
Facts.
If Aubrey Graham,
Facts.
okay. Come on, dog. Aubrey,
S-
mm.
So back to Kendrick, right?
Yeah. Eradicate us.
so so the man of the hour, uh, the album, man. I agree, it's art, but with any Kendrick album, like I shot a text to you two, like, yo, people are saying it's ass and it's trash and all that. And DC was like, how can you say it's trash at 9 a.m. in the morning? Which, man, that rang to my soul because with a Kendrick
That's
album,
true.
you you
Yeah.
you do have to sit with it, you know what I mean? Because he says so much, and the music is, it's always a different type of sound. It's not normally mainstream stuff. Like I think the most single field album he had probably was Good Kid, Mad City, and really when you go back and listen to it, it's not really single focus. There's a couple that popped out, but like all of his albums, even back to Section 80, are like you just got to sit with him, man, and like really dissect what he's saying, really listen to the music. I think T, you said this, maybe it was you or DC said, man, it's a vibe. Like it's truly that. And this album, like Butterfly, I'm not gonna lie, to Pimp a Butterfly, the first time I listened to it, I was like, yo, I can't get jiggy with this, bro. But as I sat with it, like it legitly became one of my favorite albums of all time, man. And it's that for me. I know DC, you have a different feeling, but to me, that's one of my favorite albums of all time. I can listen to it back and forth all day, every day, and never get tired of it. And really, I mean, damn is cool. Good Kid, Mad City, obviously is classic as well. But I think this one is, all his albums are personal, but this one sounds personal. You know what I mean? He
All
he
day
he he touch on some
personal.
some stuff in this one, man, which like I say, you have to sit with it, really dissect it, and just enjoy it for what it is, man. Like, yeah, there's no up tempo singles. You might be able to squeeze one or two out of there, like we talked about, but for the most part, it's if you are a person who indulge in the Greenwich, I would imagine you'll hear a lot of stuff in it that you're like, man, I can enjoy this, right?
So
um, so
you
yeah,
on that
that might
magic carpet.
yeah, that might be one that you want to, you know, go on a ride with and just indulge in the music, you know what I mean? But one of my homies made a comparison, and I thought it was pretty dope when they talk about him. Like he reminds you of like NBA players. I know we like to compare to NBA players, but he reminds you almost somewhat of a Kawhi, where it's like, yo, you don't really hear much about him personally. You don't see him out in the streets like that too much. He's almost like a unicorn when he's not making music. And when he comes, though, it's not super sexy, it's not flamboyant, right? It's not out in your face and high tempo, but it just delivers, bro. Like, and I was like, yo, you on to something with that Kawhi thing? Because again, he's not. When you look at him, it's not like a extravagant, exuberant presence. It's more of just like, yo, I don't know how you're doing this, but I like it. And you're efficient at what you do. And that's Kendrick to me, man. He's great at what he does.
It's a dope analogy, man.
Yeah.
In the words of Kawhi. But
Yeah, man. I agree. I think
shout out though.
one thing I will say about the Pimp a Butterfly, although it's not my favorite album, I will agree that it's aged incredibly well.
Hmm.
When it first came out, there was a couple songs, that I jammed to, but for the most part, skip, skip, skip. But as the years have passed, I have found myself skipping less songs. I
Hmm.
will say that.
For sure.
And then the Kawhi thing, yeah, and I would say even the way that he comes and goes, because Kawhi kind of plays when he wants to as well.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Big
And K
facts.
Dot just drops an album like, I'll just take 5 years off, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
it's dope. And another thing I like about Kendrick is I think because he makes you wait, it kind of makes you sit with his album longer. So you have more to digest. Now, granted, a lot his albums have so many layers and levels that it does take multiple listens.
Hmm.
But because he doesn't just hit you year after year after year, it kind of forces you to sit with his
Hmm.
music. You know what I'm saying? Like when listening to Damn, I love Damn. I thought it was a great album. But
Hmm.
if he had dropped something right afterwards, I would have probably forgotten about Damn.
Right.
You know what I mean? And same for those as other albums. I think a lot can be said for just letting the music breathe. And that's one thing I
Hmm.
like about K Dot, man. He doesn't just try to saturate the market. He definitely does quality over quantity, for
For
sure.
sure. For sure. I agree.
Yeah. I'm gonna shout out my our because DC, you know her too. Our big sister from college, man, Sancha. She made a dope summary of Kendrick, man. And one thing she said was, she was like, I think this is him putting his past few years of life experience into his work. He's experimenting with art. This will make you feel like you're laying on the bed, staring up at the ceiling, and tearing up, wondering what the hell did I just experience. I think
Hmm.
that is what it is, because he did paint some pictures, bro. Um, from the argument track with Taylor Page.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can do it call that this thing track by track, honestly, bro.
My auntie, my uncle, like dog, like yo. I mean, he
Hmm.
painted a picture, bro. Cause I can like really picture that. Like they at the cookout, mad to the mug. Like you can really see it. And I think that's, you gotta appreciate that stuff. And I do believe like that this album probably will age well too.
Yeah,
And we'll see. We'll see how people feel about it next year and the year after.
yeah.
We'll
One
see. We'll
thing,
definitely see.
yeah, and one thing I like about the album, like I'm just looking at the track list, bro. Like United in Grief, it was cool. It was a decent little intro. Starts off slow, then kind of picks up. But then N95, man, that beat to me was bonkers, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the Worldwide Steppers. I was kind of, I was kind of about, but skipping ahead to that We Cry Together when he was pretty much arguing with Taylor Page. To me, that was just so dope, man, because
We all been through it.
we've all been through it, and it barely sounded like a song. Like I don't know how to describe it, man. Like clearly, it was so chaotic that it had to be well choreographed. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like because they were just all over the place. But if you notice, as even though they was yelling at each other and cussing each other out and kind of cutting each other off, they didn't cut each other off to the point where it sounded like noise. Like it was
Mm-hmm.
it was an extremely well choreographed dance of rage and emotion and passion. And if you've ever been with anybody, if you ever been in a real relationship where you really had love with somebody, you gonna have those kind of moments, man. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like you,
What you text us, bro? You ain't a real one.
yeah,
You ain't a
you ain't
real
real if you ain't had no argument like that, bro.
one.
If you and your lady ain't like that song, y'all ain't real and y'all ain't gonna make
Mm-hmm.
it. You ain't gonna make it, bro. Because
Uh,
you
and
almost
that,
need that.
and this
Because you know what's
message was
crazy?
brought to you by Doctor
Yeah.
DC.
Well, and it's true because think about it like this, right? We Cry Together. What's the next song? Purple Hearts.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a love song with Summer Walker and Ghostface Killer. So like you get that chaos, and then right after it, it's like, it's not all that bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then of course it goes on to the second part, Count Me Out. So yeah, man, I love this album, man. I feel like, of course, it was produced well, but even the way he did the track list, it just seems very intentional,
Yeah,
and,
shout out to the
and
executive
everything that he
producers on
does
there too.
is
I'm pretty sure
intentional.
he's the executive producer on there, but definitely shout out because it was put together, man.
Yeah, yeah, it was
It was a
very,
hell of a
very well
joint,
put
man.
together.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing I would say is like it's so deep and it's so good and it's so heavy. I find myself like I got to sit down and listen to it. Like I'm not just like it's summertime. Honestly, when it's summertime and I'm just cruising down the street, I'm bumping Future. And the reason for that is like with Future, honestly, you don't really have to think. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to think about it. It's just vibe music, but he does it really, really well. So I bump it. It's intersection music. You pull to the intersection, everybody can hear your trunk rattling. That's the kind of music you make. And this Kendrick album is not that. This Kendrick album to me is I'm sitting at home, maybe I'm sipping some whiskey, like Rod said, maybe you putting a little something in the air or whatever, and you just taking it in. You know what I mean? Or you're just in deep thought, or you just want to feel some kind of way.
Mhm.
It's deep, man. It's a real deep album, and I feel like it's only been a week, and the more we listen to it, we're gonna hear more because he always has little hidden gems that you just don't catch at first.
Mm-hmm.
Big
So
facts.
yeah, yeah, man.
So man, shout out Kendrick, bro. We gonna see how this thing,
Yeah.
man, and
And
of
then
course,
even last thing, Auntie
yeah,
Diaries. I
yeah.
always talk about the transsexuals and like because one thing about K Dot is he's really good at making stories seem personal when they're completely made up.
Right.
Like Good Kid, Mad City. I didn't realize that it was a completely made up album. I actually thought like all that's like the voicemails and stuff. When I first heard it, or the audio recordings, I really thought that was real. I was like, God, dog, he made that into the because Kanye did it with Through the
Mm-hmm.
Wire. Through the
Yeah.
Wire was really actual legitimate footage.
Yeah.
So I thought the K Dot album was like that too. And it took me a minute to realize that no, it's just a long movie. It's like an audio movie.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I listen to Auntie Diaries. I'm like, is it really is Auntie or is he just really drawn from inspiration like that? You know what I'm saying? So it's dope, man. It's dope. Definitely D riding over here. Pause.
Tour, tour dates have been announced.
I saw that, man. But the tickets don't go on sale to the 20th because I was like, man, what he hitting for? Because he coming to Charlotte. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, man, what this man hitting for?
Mhm.
But yeah, tickets don't come out to the 20th. I'm trying to see what he talking about. Because that's my thing, bro. Concerts, bro. I love going to a live show. And I feel like K Dot especially will be so dope because I go to a lot of hip hop shows. And one thing I can't stand about hip hop is so many rappers will rap over their own vocals. Like,
Mm-hmm.
did you do the song or not? Just play the
Mm-hmm.
beat. I want to hear. I came to hear you. I know what the CD sounds like. I know what the album sounds like. I want to see you perform it, bring it to life.
all day. So what was y'all most surprising concert? Where you was like, oh shoot, I didn't think they was gonna like exceeded your expectations. What was a concert
Mm.
that an artist exceeded your expectations?
I went into a concert with zero expectations as a joke, and it was actually pretty damn good. Turquoise Jeep, man. I don't know if y'all ever heard of them. They're like a
No.
silly group. They, but the show was actually pretty damn funny and it was hype. It's like because of the energy the people were bringing. Like some of the songs are crazy as hell. Like how you like your eggs fried or fertilized. You know what I mean? Like that's a it's a thing, right?
All right.
Yeah, it's a thing, right? So I think that was the most surprising concert. We went and checked them out when they came to Ann Arbor, and again, it was a joke. Like we had nothing else to do. It was like, you know, yeah, let's go do it. Let's should be funny. And yeah, we actually enjoyed ourselves, man. Good company.
Yeah. For me, I would say Currency. Currency, the hot spitter. I like Currency, man. He drops like a mixtape every week. It seems like he's definitely
Mhm.
kind of a volume kind of rapper.
Hmm.
But if anybody who listens to Currency, he's you know what he's about.
It's very
And
slow. I'm surprised you said that because
exactly,
it's a very slow.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, exactly. You're right, and that's actually where I was going with it. Is yeah, it's real mellow, real down tempo. But I saw him live last year, and he did a dope ass show, and I didn't expect it. Of course, there's a certain element in the area that you expect to be around, and of course that was there. But this man had a live band, and the way he did the show, it almost seemed like he just showed up, and he just like, hey, y'all want to hear this song? Yeah, yeah, okay, play it. And then like the DJ would just play songs. He's like, oh, you gonna do that? I didn't know you was gonna play that one. And then he just starts rapping. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? Like, no, there is no vocals. He had a drummer, he had a guitarist, he had a DJ, and it just seemed like it just seemed like he was hanging out, but he was killing it, bro. And he did the hits. He did the hits. He don't have that many hits, right? But I mean, his junk was banging, and it was a small show. I'll be honest, a lot of people didn't really show up. This is at a music festival, so he had one of the early sets, like when it's real hot out and ain't a lot of people out yet. So yeah, he had one of them early sets, but it was dope, bro. I would have never expected that he would have been, because some of these rappers, bro, like they're studio rappers. Like that's where they make their money, is just from their fan base, just listen to the music over and over again, not necessarily for their live performances.
Hmm.
But no, he put out a dope show, better than I would have ever thought.
Word.
Yeah. What
Shout
about you,
out.
T?
Shout out to the
Yo,
hospital.
I'm going to say it wasn't even a big artist. It was a low key venue. And Rod, I'm going. You was there, yeah. We actually double dated, bro. Um,
Pause.
w- yeah, but we married, dog. So like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like, we good.
oh, okay,
But
okay.
bro, it was that jazz. It was that jazz show, man. When we was in Charlotte.
Oh, you was talking about all around. Okay. Yeah, I was just
Yeah,
thought you was just
all
talking about that
around,
one.
man. Like all around. That was one of the things. Like I expected to just hear like some subtle music, dinner, music, something cool.
Hmm.
Man, my man turned that thing way up, bro. Like it was one
Yeah.
of the best things I ever seen, man. As a small artist and a small group, small band, dude. And they made the venue feel bigger than what it was.
So it's like a jazz show.
Yeah, bro, the shit was amazing.
Hmm.
It's amazing, bro. Like I was like, I'll go back again.
For sure. Terrence Young experience.
Yeah, Terrence Young, bro. And it was an experience. It was an experience.
Well, I'll recant mine then. The show that surprised me the most out of all people, believe it or not, was New Edition because I saw them when they were old as hell. I mean, they still old as hell, but I saw them right before I moved down here, and I'm like, why you want to go see New Edition, bro? When I tell you them cats was 50 plus moving like they was, I don't even know if I ever been able to move like that, but they were, you know what I mean? They were into it, except for Bobby, but everybody else was man, they put on a heck of a show. It was crazy. It was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought so. Yeah, I would have thought been a bunch of middle-aged men, shuffling around stage trying to act like they still got it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like that, huh?
Not, bro, they was doing all the old movements and like still limber. I'm like, bro, like my knees crack when I go up the stairs and y'all out here doing uh, all types of moves, bro. Like,
Yeah,
and still singing. You know what I mean? Like, wasn't over the words. It was, yo, I'm gonna put the instrumental on and I'm gonna show you I got somewhat of vocals. You know, I'm harmonizing. The voice
right.
ain't what it used to be, but they was harmonizing. You know.
Yeah.
My man was hitting the turbo from breaking.
They was getting it, bro. But it was a very enjoyable show. So that was the most surprising show I think
Yeah,
overall.
that's what's up, man. Cause
I know Bobby. It's funny on the way here. Apparently Bobby Brown got some kind of documentary coming out about his life. But what's wild is like when Bobby and Whitney were together, it was always assumed that Bobby was dragging Whitney down. He got her hooked on drugs and this, that, and the third. When it was the other way around, like she got him hooked on drugs.
Hmm.
And he was trying to get clean and this, that, and the third. And it is just crazy how you just never know what goes on behind the scenes.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's always two sides of the story, though.
Yeah,
So
but
who knows?
Bobby Brown was getting flamed at the time. Like at the time, it was like, why is she with him? He's bringing her down. He's a thug. Da, 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 da. He's
All
got her.
day, all
He's got
day.
her storing cocaine, but like she actually introduced him to all that stuff.
Hmm.
It's wild, bro. Like you just never know. Image, man. It's all about, I guess, what machine is behind you. Because Whitney had the machine behind her.
Yeah,
Hmm.
man. And so, segue, right? Like, yeah, the machine, these images, man. And I want to know, obviously, first thing is always, I know what your first thoughts are, right? And we talked about this crazy weekend, right? And it's like 4 shootings over the weekend, bro, which is crazy to me. And it doesn't sound as crazy because this is America, but to happen, in multiple cities all over the same day was a little crazy, man. And when we talk about this machine, in a sense, man, what are we thinking? And I'm not talking to you guys. I am talking to y'all, but I'm like, wait, man, what are we thinking, man? When all this chaos happens, bro, and it seems like it's a repetitive thing, and it seems like it happens way more in this country than anywhere else, bro.
Yeah, I
Like,
hate to
what
say
what
it,
are we
man.
thinking, bro?
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I'm finding myself getting desensitized to it. Like to the point
That's
where,
crazy, right? That's because it happens too much.
yeah, to the point where honestly, like I hate to say it, but I look at it like I see what happened and I figure I say, does the shooter look like us? No? Okay, okay, good. Change the channel. Like, I mean, like it's almost to that point
Facts.
because it's just it's going to happen again, and you know that nothing's going to change. Like, there's not going to be any laws or policies or even the culture around guns is not going to change.
Mhm.
And so, I hate to say, I look at it like as long as it ain't us, because the moment any people that look like us start doing stuff like that, then trust me, the whole country's gonna change instantly. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have all the toughest laws and guns gonna be outlawed and this, that, and the third. But as long as you're a descendant of the Caucasus Mountains, it's just gonna be life, man. And people are just gonna say, "Oh, protect yourself." Everybody should just keep guns just in case a nut comes and just shoot. But the crazy thing is, nobody thinks about is who's really the good guy and who's the bad guy. Because when there's a shootout, it's really kind of hard to tell who is who. You know what I mean? Everybody thinks they're the good guy. You know what I mean? So like,
Mm.
it's like meeting violence with violence is not the answer, but really that's, especially if you're in the South, that's what they say the answer is. Meet violence with violence.
Stand your ground.
Yeah,
Stand
and I
your
believe
ground.
in that to an extent because I mean I will say like if somebody run up in my house, the police cannot get there fast enough. So I mean I agree with it to an extent, but like this is on steroids to where anybody can get a gun. It's very, very easy. And they're cheap, relatively speaking. And yeah, I don't know. It's tragic, man. It's tragic, but I
Yeah,
hate to say it.
definitely,
I got to the
definitely.
point where I was like, as long as it ain't us, and I don't want anybody to get killed for, just to be clear, but I just be feeling like if when we get killed, don't nobody care. Like, so if you ain't gonna care about me, why should I care about you?
Yeah, bro. That's real, bro. And that plays, some mental health awareness one that plays a toll, bro. That plays a toll on a lot of our minds, man. Where we ask ourselves, well, man, when it happened to so and so, no one got up in arms. But now that it happened to this person, there's a 5 alarm fire. And it's just crazy how we process things like that. And like you say, you see it so much, you get desensitized, and definitely, condolences to all the families, and definitely prayers to those who not with us. To what you just said, DC, I ain't, we not trying to see anybody hurt in that manner or at all, period. But it happens now at a high clip, man. It's almost, for me, and I'm speaking for me, it's almost like a television show now. That's something you tune into. And that's the scary part to me when I'm like, man, this is literally like I can just tune into this because something's gonna happen. That's like the scary part, right? Where that desensitized comes in, and yeah, it's just crazy, man. But I agree with you on that note, man. Rod, man, like, what was you thinking, bro? As your phone was going off over the weekend.
This is America, though. That's
Mm-hmm.
about it, bro. So you just stay prayed up. Like, honestly, I mean, if that's what you do, I know people don't believe in that, but I do. So I stay prayed up and try to cover everyone around me, man, because the world is a crazy place, and America is no different.
All day. And yeah, and if you ain't praying up about it, and that's cool. I respect it. I respect whatever side you stand on. But definitely outlet that. Bro, talk that shit through because if you not, that'll eat you up a little bit. Like you just said, there's things in this world that can eat you up. There's things in this world you like, yep, this is America. But then there's some things that, like you just said, man, when it happens to kids, for some people that can be elderly people.
Hmm.
For some people it could be women, right? And so talk through that. You know what I mean? Because you ain't trying to, you know, turn up for the wrong reasons. And now you in a situation you can't get yourself out of. So definitely, yeah, if you ain't praying up about it, man, talk that out, man. Cause woo, it's tough, man. And it's sad. It's I'm not going it's unfortunate that not us as three black men. There's many people who feel like, huh, yeah, that happened again yesterday.
Sure, man.
That's the crazy
Yeah.
part.
Yeah, I mean, I have more thoughts on it, but it's not probably the most politically correct things to talk about, so I'm not gonna touch on
I
it.
feel you.
Oh,
I
now I want
feel
to
you.
know. I'm about to holler at Rod offline. I want to hear this.
It's gonna be
Uh,
random ride, bro. Double R.
nah, it ain't random. It's calculated for sure.
I feel you. Hey, bro, you gonna turn up, cause you turned up on us a few episodes ago.
Yeah.
But hey, bro, you better be in your kid's life. Ain't no. Hey, man, you didn't want to see Rod. You didn't want to see Rod that weekend, bro. If you was that
Nah.
guy not in your kid's life, there's gonna be some furniture moving.
That's it,
So,
bro.
Yeah,
but nah, man. Yes, man. If you can't speak on it, nah, I feel you, bro. But
I
you
will
always
say
speaking
this.
no truth.
I will say this on my notice. One of the, I think, one of the kids or one of the guys who was shooting, he's like an 18-year-old white guy. And I was reading some news article and it said, a white teenager went in and started shooting people up, something like that. And I was like, he's 18. I mean, to me, that's an adult. But
Mm,
Mike Brown, if y'all remember Mike Brown when he confronted the police and got killed,
Mm-hmm.
he was characterized as a man.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like, and see that and stuff like
Media,
that.
baby. That's the media, the machine,
Yeah, and that's why
the
like
machine.
when I see folks getting shot up, I mean, I feel bad, but I mean, at the same time, I don't feel that bad because I feel like these are the same people that try to say that our kids are grown. Like when our 14-year-olds or our 15-year-olds make mistakes, we're adults and we should be tried as adults and
Mm-hmm.
we should be penalized as adults. But yet and still they have actual adults, like 18-year-olds going around shooting up people and
Yeah,
they're
you're an adult.
characterized as
Mm-hmm.
a teenager. Nah, And if that's what it is, don't expect me to cry for you. You know what I'm saying? Like for real.
Yeah, it's just craziness, man. I mean, when you think about Columbine, what was that, 98, 97, 98, 99, somewhere around there?
Yeah, bruh.
Like, how have we had this many mass shootings since Columbine? Like, how is that still possible? It's by design, man. So, like I said, we'll chat offline at some point about it, but
Yep.
it's,
And if
it's
y'all, hey, like I said, later down the road, we want to have some people pull up on us. And if it's something you want to get off your chest and have us pull up and bring it up, we will. We ain't
mm-hmm,
ducking nobody.
mm-hmm. Be out here like Luca. Luca show wasn't ducking nobody.
Bro,
Man,
Luca.
shout out Luca, bro. And
And he did it with a smile on
way
his
to put a
face.
smile on everybody's face, man.
Yo, I would
We
say because
went a
he did
little
it with a
deep, man,
smile
but
on
it's
his
real.
face.
Um,
Yo,
hell of a playoff game, man, with Luca, man. Hey, man, I keep telling y'all, bro, top three. Top
yeah,
three.
oh for
Three-headed
sure.
monster, bro. I keep telling y'all, bro.
Yeah, yeah. At
Top three.
halftime, this man had 27 points,
Mm-hmm.
and the Suns had 27 points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Bro, he was
It
cooking
was
them
Crazy.
at
boys.
one point, it was 71-27. And
Yeah.
me and Rob, we was at a homie's house. Shout out Don. Uh, if he listening, but he was very disappointed because he's a Suns guy. But
Mm.
it got to the point he was like, "Yo, y'all just want to put on a movie."
Yeah, you know what though, and that's one difference about today's NBA than days of old. Like you had at least four instances in the playoffs this year where a team has been up 40. How does that happen? Like you're in the NBA playoffs. There's no way it should be that big of a deficit either way.
I can
Like
tell you why.
enlighten me, my brother.
They can't fight, bro. And what I mean by that is when teams was getting up like 15, 20, someone was getting checked, bro. And you ain't getting suspended, thrown out. You know what I'm saying? Like you literally can knock somebody out the game. And
I
they ain't
mean,
fighting, they ain't throwing hands like that no
but
more.
now I mean that has
They just
been
not, bro.
but that has been so long ago. Like we're talking,
I know, but the game, like you said, the game's changed, bro. Like I can grab you by like the back of
bro.
your collar,
I
bro,
don't I
and
don't
like
even need
pull
to
you
do
down.
that though. Like you
But
don't even need to
they
do
couldn't do
that.
that. Yeah, they couldn't do that in the early 2000s either, though. T.
Yeah,
I know, but we
but you,
seen blowouts from like the
dog,
2000s as well, bro. Remember Dallas did this to LA, to
I don't
Kobe.
care if
You
I
all remember
can
that?
grab you or not though. I should not be an NBA team and be down by 50, bro.
But I
Like
feel you, but no one's like no
it
one
but
taking a
I'm
swing, bro.
what I'm saying
Think
is
about
that
Dallas in that
it
year.
don't need no swinging though, bro. Like
That's just what it
I
is,
have
though.
pride. I am not getting down by 50. Like if I Steph Curry and them, they got at
They were
one
down
point it
by
was
55.
55. Yeah, I'm like, y'all down by 55, bro. And you're supposed to be considered one of the greatest anything of
Professional,
all
yeah.
time. And you're
You're
still
a
in your
professional.
prime.
You're one of the best players
You
who
you
ever played.
no,
It's only
you
400
s-
players in the
you
NBA.
still in your prime. Like there is no reason for you to ever be down 55 points in an NBA playoff game. Like that
I'm gonna
just
I'm gonna coach your boy Jalen Rose.
yeah, I don't
They
care
still
if you can
cashing
foul or not.
checks. They still cashing checks, bro. And that's
I
what it comes
get
down
that.
to, bro. Some dudes, like you said, that pride, they ain't got that pride like they had in high school or college, bro. I made it, bro. I'm cashing checks. So like Draymond, and he said it. He was like, "Yeah, we got blown out. We're just gonna have to get ready for the next game." He wasn't tripping on that, bro. He cashing checks. And I'm not saying that's what the only thing he's focused on, but it wasn't nothing for him to dwell on, bro. They just
Well,
ain't
I
thinking
don't
about
know
stuff like that, bro.
because Golden
They not
State,
thinking about stuff like that, bro.
but Golden State is also going to the conference finals. So,
Hmm.
like, I mean,
But when they
you
lost like that, though, bro, like everybody was like, "Yo, what you gonna do?" Blah blah blah. He's like, "Yeah, they beat us, bro," and he's dancing with the fans.
but they won though. I mean, like, I hear what you're saying, T. But at
No,
the end
but
of the
they
day,
still
they
lost
won.
by that much, bro. And he's
But
dancing with
nobody's gonna
the fans,
remember.
bro. When did people do that though in the past, bro?
But nobody.
When
What I
did a
mean is,
team get waxed by 30, 40 and be celebrating with those fans? Come on, bro. No one did that in the past, bro. It's a different league, bro.
Yeah, it's a different league, but I mean, I think
Everybody
that,
buddy, and
but
everybody cashing checks.
I gotta disagree. I mean, it's not so much about
There's no
cashing
real
checks,
smoke in
man.
the NBA, bro. There's no real smoke,
I
and guys
blame
are
Ron
just cashing
Artest, bro.
checks.
Blame Ron Artest for that one.
Okay,
You
we
know?
can blame it on Artest, Jermaine O'Neal, Steven Jackson. We would blame it on the Malice in
Yeah,
the Palace. But ain't no real smoke, bro.
I don't know,
There's no
man.
real smoke, bro.
Giannis got real
It's all,
smoke. Giannis got real
bro.
smoke.
It's all Twitter, bro. It's all Twitter. It's all tweets and
Giannis
retweets,
got real
bro.
smoke.
With who? Harden? That's
Huh?
what you gonna say?
What you mean? No, I mean, like, he don't mess with nobody, bro. He's been on record saying that
That ain't
over and over
smoke
and
with
over
people
again.
though, bro. He just don't want. He want to train on his own, bro.
So when you want to see like what fights in
I
the
don't
court,
think he got.
what do you mean by smoke? Because like NBA
Bro,
players
there
don't
was
fight,
legitimate beef in the NBA with players, bro, back in the day. Right or wrong?
bro. There's legitimate beef now,
Mhm.
bro. LeBron and
No,
Mhm.
it's
Paul
not.
Pierce had legitimate beef.
It's
Yeah.
not, bro.
What do you
They ain't
mean?
trying. They ain't wasn't seeing each other, bro.
Yeah,
There
they
was
were,
legitimate,
bro. They
bro.
talk about it. What you talking about? Like, what
There
do you
was
mean?
lit,
Do you want to see a
but they
fight? That's
wouldn't.
what I'm asking. Is that what
But
you want to
they
see?
right exactly. They didn't go to that next level where those players in the past were like, yeah, it's gonna be on site, and something gonna happen on that court,
But
Is
and
they
they
that what is
made
didn't.
it.
that? But is
They
that
But
what
made
you
it
they.
want
happen.
to see? You want to
But
see fights on the
I'm not
court?
saying I
Like,
want to see that, bro. I'm just letting you know it's not that type of smoke, bro.
but
And
they
it,
didn't though. Like they weren't scrapping in the past like that.
they
Like
weren't.
bro,
you
you
had
a
a few,
Detroit guy, bro. Isaiah
bro.
threw hands.
Yeah, but you had a
The
few.
smallest guy on the court was
But
throwing
you
hands.
taking a very small pot though. Like
Yeah,
you, that's a very small pot that actually did something. Like there is not a lot of other people that did that. You know what I mean?
right.
Like I'm still
But there's no
sure,
guys like that.
but I'm
Like
still
almost every
sure,
NBA team had a guy
bro.
like that threw hands back in the day.
I just seen Brandon Ingram punching on Carmelo like what was that when they was with the Lakers like 3 years ago. I seen Rondo straight up square up with Chris
Shout out
Paul
Rondo.
and
Yep.
gave him a chin check, bro.
Yep.
Like so there are players again, there's a select few in a very small pot that's going to take it there. But you know what I mean? Like that I don't think it's any different now than it was then. I think the probably repercussions is probably a little worse now than it was then, but
Yeah, because they cash the checks, so you
I
got to
don't
take
think
that money.
didn't have smoke back then. Only people that probably had real smoke was Isaiah and Jordan. Like they didn't rock with each other,
Yeah.
and still don't rock with each other. Like bro, like yeah, if we scrap, we scrap. I don't care. Like, and that's part of the reason why Jordan is not in my top circle because we roll with the home team. So
Yeah, and that's true, Rod. As far as Detroit, the Pistons, they were
hmm
considered the bad boy Pistons, and back in those times, they were hated for the
hmm
way they played. Like it wasn't like, oh, the Pistons are great. Everybody hated the Pistons, bro. They were villains because they were they were the most physical team, and nobody else played like them.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? Basketball was a finesse game, and they dirtied it up for better or for worse. I'm not here to pass judgment, but it's not as if people, one thing people always make it seem as if in the 80s, everybody was just getting beat up every day. Now, granted, I will agree that people
That's what
got
you
more
saw.
physical, you know what I'm saying? Because they weren't repercussions. Like today, I don't
hmm
think people say players are soft today. I don't believe they're soft. It's just they play within the rules. And
hmm
nowadays, bro, if you foul somebody too hard, you're getting ejected. You're getting
Bro, you can
you're losing
accidentally
hundreds of
foul
thousands of
somebody,
dollars
bro.
potentially. You're
That's the
potentially
thing.
hold up. You're potentially losing hundreds of thousands of dollars. You know what I'm saying, for a hard foul. And it just wasn't like that before. You
hmm
know what I'm saying? So it is more of a finesse game. And I think they probably take too many threes, for my taste. But I don't know, man. I think the whole players having smoke thing, I think that's overrated, to be honest with you. I think that's always been overrated. I think that
hmm
people take a few isolated instances and try to characterize an entire era off
hmm
of that. Kobe got two-pieced, but
Chris
it,
Childs.
but it ain't like they was just fighting all the time, bro. Like that
Right.
was one highlight. One out of like how long has Kobe been playing? 17 years? And that was the
hmm
one highlight he got pieced up. You know what I'm saying? But like, I don't know,
Right.
Rod.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
Bro,
look,
but
look,
you said the first thing, bro.
Barkley and
Pride,
Shaq
bro.
was
Ain't no pride, bro. Yeah, they got into it.
yeah, Barkley and Shaq scrapped up a little bit. Now look, they work together. They joking
Yep.
and doing all that stuff. So
I
it ain't no
You're
real
right
smoke,
about
bro.
pride, though. You're right about the pride part, bro. But the
Yeah.
pride comes with the money, bro. Because why would I,
I
bro?
disagree.
We down by 20, bro. Like It is what it is.
I
G. Like
disagree.
we
We saw Embiid
gotta
crying in
mix
the
the game.
locker room, bro, a couple years ago when they got
Mhm.
ousted.
That's pride, bro. Not everybody got that though. Bro, some people like you got it, like you just said, Golden State won the series. So what's the big deal, T? So they were like, bro, okay, we going back home. Yeah, we got washed. Cool. We're gonna go back home.
Well, what would you have liked to see? Let me ask this. So
A
he's
little
at the
bit
press
like what
conference.
Rod was saying, bro. Like a little bit more fight. You can tell by the third quarter. They was like, shit, we done. We done.
But it's been like that every era, bro. Like there have been blowouts in every era.
Mhm.
Jordan
That's
got
a
blown out.
pride
But
thing, bro.
but
That
But
is a
Jordan got
pride.
blown out. I mean, sometimes it's not your night and you let it go and you move on.
yeah,
I
but
mean, like,
it should never get to 50, right?
well, no, not 50. Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying is we've seen in this playoff alone at least 4 instances where someone
It's
has
been plus 40, bro.
got
Up,
down
down,
40.
left, right,
Like it's
bro. The
like
T code was
yeah, it's
inserted,
like how
bro.
do you let that even as a coach is like I put that on everybody. Like even as a coach, call a timeout if you got them. Like if you're not calling the
Break
timeout,
a
once you
clipboard, yell, bro.
once you down by like 15, like you on a 15 zip run, call a timeout, bro. Like don't just let them play through it. Like figures, even if you're a player, like we got to get something going. Like last night, for example, you're down. What were they down? Like 30 in the
It was
second.
down. They were down 30 in the second quarter.
Yeah. So you're down 30 in the second quarter. You're damn near, 3/4 of the way through the quarter of the first half, and you have 25 points. Like, and I respect CP, and I get it. He's not in his prime, but you're still a leader. And if you're not like, yo, coach, call a timeout. I need to call somebody call a timeout. Like, yo, we got 25 points. Whatever we doing not working. Devin Booker, you're supposed to be elite. You're showing us you're not. Go be elite, right? You say you're or maybe you don't say it, but people say you're the next person up. You have that mama mentality. You talk a good game, like you one of the top, ish talkers in the league. Now it's time to back it up. You know what I mean? And that's the type of stuff you want to see. You want to see your players like, yo, book, back it up, bro. Like you letting these guys go at us and like Luca's literally laughing at you, man. He's smiling, he flexing. Like, take that to heart, bro. Like, don't just sit there and be too cool with it. That's how I feel about it. If you're a competitor, it's just something in you that's gonna be like, look, we need to regroup. Like, we might lose this game, but we ain't losing like this. Like, that's not gonna happen. I'm not going out like that. Like, I'm gonna at least show some fight or show some resolve or something. That's how it has some pride, bro. Bring out the Tommy guns. You know what I mean? Go big or go home. Just have some sort of fight in you. And I seen that not happen too many times in this year's playoffs. Like it's funny because somebody, I was chatting with somebody at work and I literally told her, I'm like, look, I give up, bro. I don't know who gonna win this damn thing because it feels like nobody wants to win. It's like I don't know. Like that's how I felt about it. So that's my rant though. I'm gonna get off of it.
So here's
So
one
much
thing I
for
want to.
that good opening for the vent session, bro. Go ahead, DC.
So real quick, I want to talk about being a prisoner in the moment. I truly believe that this is a prisoner of the moment situation, right? So as I'm
Mhm.
listening to y'all, bro, check this out. Google is our friend, bro.
Mhm.
Top blowouts in NBA playoff history.
Mhm.
Number one, 58 points in 2009
Mhm.
Western Conference Finals. It's 12 years ago.
Mhm.
Y'all talk about, I know it's fairly recent, but that's a different generation, right? That's the generation where we had Kobe still around.
Mhm.
We had that mama mentality, but yet and still people's getting blown out by 58 points.
Mhm.
Also tied for number one, 1956 Western Division. I'm not going to go through all of them, but 1956, huge blowout. 1973 in the Western Conference Finals, huge blowout. 2015, that's the recent era. So, okay, cool. 1971, another blowout. I'm looking at the top five. 1995,
Mhm.
Orlando Magic blows out the Celtics in the first round of the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? 47 points is what they
Mhm.
lost by. 1986, that's the era where everybody was fighting, right? 47-point blowout. Lakers blew out the Spurs in the first round of
Oh
1986.
yeah, somebody got stabbed in the parking
But
lot.
You know what I'm saying? 1997, the Supersonics blow out the Suns by 44 points in the first round of the
but
playoffs.
what you see though,
1985,
hey, look,
Lakers.
look,
1958. So what I'm saying is, bro, this
no,
shit's been happening.
and I'm not
This,
disagreeing with that.
well,
What
I'm talking
I'm,
about more so with T, but this
but
ain't a
yeah,
new thing. This is
you
not a new
win, bro. But
phenomenon.
Rod's right, bro. It's pride, bro. That is a
yeah,
human being mentality
But it's
to
not as
have
if
or
it's
to not
something.
have.
But what I'm saying is, it's not as if this is like a new phenomenon that's only affecting this generation. It's been like this since forever. Sometimes you just have crazy ass blowouts.
yeah.
Like, but it's not
what
an
I'm,
indictment on this era.
yeah,
Is
and
what I'm
what,
saying.
yeah, and what I'm saying is too, like we've seen it 4 times in this playoffs alone. Like you went over a span of decades when we just seen it like 4 times in this playoffs alone. So that's why I'm like, yo, like how is that happening? And I get it, right? You know, there's a lot of points being scored in today's game, but again, at some point, coaches, players, whoever it is, got to have some cojones, have the testicular fortitude to step up and tell your teammates, like, look, I don't care what that score is right now. We ain't going out like this. You know what I mean? Like, we got to figure something out, especially at game 7. I think more so the game 7 hits me the hardest because, again, with Golden State, it was what, game 5, I think, game
Game 5.
4 or 5, game
Game
5. So,
5.
and they up 3-1. So it's like, you know, whatever. We'll come back and win at our home. We got 2 more stabs at it. That's probably the mentality. But when you in a game 7,
It's do or die.
I've never, and it may have happened, but I can't recall ever a game 7 when someone got blew out like that, bro.
You know what I'm about to say, right?
Go for it.
1985 Western Conference Finals. Lakers blowout the Denver Nuggets 153-109 in game 5. And remember, back then they didn't do 7 games.
Yeah.
5 games. So that was a closeout game, and the Nuggets got blown out in the Western Conference Finals.
So,
now, mind you,
was the Nuggets
Shame
the
on
number
them,
one?
bro.
Was the Nuggets the number 1 seed in the league at that point? Do you know?
I don't know, man. I just did a quick little search, man. So I don't
The
exactly
mother
know. But
effing
my
Phoenix
thought though is,
Suns, the mother effing Phoenix Suns was the number 1 seed. They just came back from the finals. They was talking cash money.
so was
Juvenile, BG, Turk, baby. They was talking cash. Wayne was at the game.
I
Wayne
love
was
it.
at the game.
I love it. I love
it
Bro,
was, bro. Yeah.
they got beat by 50.
Yeah.
See, so that one gets to me. You know what I mean? I actually picked them to win it all. I thought they were the most complete team, and they completely embarrassed themselves, embarrassed their fan base, and just truly was like, yo, I'm blaming on the Kardashian curse, bro. Even though Kendall Jenner is a Jenner, she's still a Kardashian, right?
She's a Kardashian. Yeah.
Somehow, right? So, and Book from Michigan, bro. He claimed Mississippi though, so he can go ahead and claim that. You know what I mean? But he really from Michigan. Like, dog, you can't go out like that, bro. Like, my bad. Again, I digress.
No, I love it, bro. Go ahead. Bring us home, bro. You got a good inspirational quote for the people, bro. I love that cash money analogy.
Yeah. Killed him with the cash
No
money.
pun intended,
And
but he
Wayne
was
was
fire.
at the game. And Wayne was at the game too, bro. Like,
He was on fire. No pun
Wayne
intended.
was at the game
though.
looking depressed.
He made all the hot boys.
Man, I'm telling you, man, they out here, bro. Quote wise, man, I ain't even got one today, bro. Like they just
The Phoenix Suns took the win out
yeah,
of you, bro.
that conversation just took me completely out my square. But
I got a quote for today.
Go for it.
Let's get it.
I told the waitress, I don't drink liquor. I sip lean. Sorry, y'all had to be there. I know the crowd ain't gonna know, but y'all had to be there.
Oh my god.
It's the worst future lyric ever, bro.
Future,
man.
super future.
Oh man. Hey man, get you some friends that's gonna tell you, your private showing at award shows, man. That's it.
Ooh, yeah,
Ooh,
yeah,
bars.
yeah.
And if you don't know what we're
Got
talking
to
about,
touch
man,
on
go
that.
ahead, go on
Shout out to
Twitter.
JT,
Shout out to JT from the City Girls, bro. Get some
Miss
real
Moose
friends around.
Knuckle.
Let you know, man. If you missing something, man, you know what it is, bro. You know,
Yeah,
be humble
Mm,
because humility is always welcome.
Yep, yep.
that's it.
On that note, bro, cue the music.